So Kernel you stepped away from, and other people are running that now. And it sounds like if I read the story right, and I've seen you talk about it, it sounds like you want to do something similar with Blueprint. So Blueprint will live on, but somebody else will focus on the supplements and the meal plans and things like that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm at this fork where either I don't think it's not worth my time, even if I can make $1 billion in the next 3 years. It's not worth my time to work for the $1 billion. It's worth my time to do something on Don't Die.
Yeah.
No amount of money is worth it. And right now, it's when you're building any kind of company, it's a black hole. It consumes you.
It does.
You can't leave its force.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm stuck in a black hole. And the motivation. So I guess part of me, people really depend upon the protocols we put out, the foods we make, the testing we make available. They really do depend upon it. So I feel a loyalty to them because I feel like we are in partnership on this journey. And so I either have to sell the company or I have to bring people in to run it. But there's no middle ground where I keep on running it. So we're actually very close right now to raising the money and bringing a management company in. If we do that, it's not done yet. If we do, then the goal would become try to build the world's most useful health company. So practically, if someone says, I want to be healthy, to help them in ways that no other company in the world can do it, but try to do it in a way where you handle 80% of their needs versus like one narrow thing, like drink this one thing or do this one test, like a comprehensive approach. So it'd be like an all-in effort to try to do that. But then, yeah, my goal is to allow my focus and attention to be on a different path. But the remake is, so I've been, for the past couple of years, I guess since 2022, I've tried to become the world's best rejuvenation athlete. And part of it is real, part of it's performance art. And because when someone says health, if two people are talking about it, no one knows what the difference means between one person's health regimen and another person's health regimen. And I wanted to just make the basic point, you can measure health. And so, but I think I've done that. And right now I train 6 hours a day on my rejuvenation protocols. And it's a full-time job. And that in addition to doctor's appointments and everything else. And so I've kind of pushed the boundaries on what's available for today's science. And so I think I might be done with this phase, pull back to an 80% optimization versus 99, and then redirect my energies towards a new thing.
Okay. I still have questions along those lines. I do want to say for the record, and this is no BS. This is not because you're sitting in the room. I don't know. People are just going to have to either accept that or not. There's people on the internet who have given you endless shit for, this was all to sell stuff, supplements all along. All I can tell these people is that, when I first wrote this story on you, I mean, you'd been doing Blueprint on your own for 18 months, maybe. And I think it's fair to say it had not got the attention that you wanted it to. And you were doing this thing. And then I wrote this story and it blew up. And like the next day, everybody's hunting on Amazon to try to buy whatever you were doing. Everything's sold out. And then everyone thinks you had this massive media operation. I mean, I was with you for months and years. It was you and this lovely woman, Kate Tolo. You guys are doing all the social stuff. Anyway, there's especially this guy, Andrew something. I don't know. There's a few people on the internet who are really hung up on this. But, at least from where I stood, there was no master plan. I mean, after my story went out, I had all these people asking me, how do you buy this stuff? It was like you either had a choice of like you sell it or you have to personally answer, a million emails. And it was not like you had all this stuff in the closet, ready to sell everybody. Then you spent like the next year and a half, like having to go find all this stuff, package it, test it, everything. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just putting that out there for the record.
Yeah, so people who say that, they don't, and it's fine, it's totally cool. They don't understand the economics of this business. If you understand it, I'm telling the truth.
Okay,
like
it's rough.
It's a shit business.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like you don't start in a supplements food business to make money. it's not there. So like it genuinely was I was trying to solve my own problem, and I was trying to be helpful to other people.
Yeah.
So it was never ever about the money.
There's another funny thing, which is watching how all this has evolved. There's been times when I thought like, you're gonna run out of steam. People are gonna get tired of this. Obviously, there were a couple stories in Vanity Fair and the New York Times that they tried to end you. Yeah, I kind of thought this thing might blow up. It's had like way more legs than maybe I anticipated going in. And then I start to like, I feel like anyone who's running a business, anyone who's doing anything they care about, even if I'm trying to sell a documentary, I mean, you have to pitch it so many times. It's just part of the thing. You have to say the same thing over and over and over again for years. So I don't like fully pity you in that. It's like lots of people have to do this if they're doing something they care about. But to this point that you're making about switching, you've been pretty upfront that this is a religion, it's a cult, these kinds of things. What usually ends up happening in a cult is like in order for it to be the best cult or the best religion, you have to be almost perfect and you have to be better than all the other types of people. It's very isolating. It doesn't usually end well for the cult leader because you end up in this like strange place where you're kind of like off on your own, and you have to be a little more rare so this is what I was wondering. I mean, is this part of what you're talking about? Are you tired of having to go around like that? Or when you talk about taking this shift, am I going at this the wrong way? Like you're still full in, don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all in, don't die. And I guess your comment, man, it's really therapeutic to talk to you because I feel like you make such good observations that I'm so far removed from myself that I don't remember these. But if I now can look back, once I started in 2022, there's a natural process for somebody that achieves notoriety in society. And there's this inevitably, you're going to get attacked from all kinds of forces in society. And most people do get buried in those moments. And whether it's too severe for them to bounce back or whether they themselves give up, but it does feel like that I've made it through the majority of the major first blows
100%
that come, and I've survived them. And now I'm stable, that now when people come at me, they've given their best swings already. And it feels like, so it does personally I feel very stable in my place in society, that I don't feel like I'm going to get blindsided by this or that. And that I don't feel like, even when the New York Times tried to take their big swing at me, whatever, it just didn't have an impact.